you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Packers and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former most valuable player of the National Football League, the always dangerous Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that one. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Brock Bowers, 55 yards. And the Packers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Ugh, that last drive, like I had terrible congestion. Sneezing the entire time. Thankfully, I got that one.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but
yeah,
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Alex Anzalone, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now it's Tate. Oh, some strong running. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Let's go now. Go. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Oh, wide open. open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Keenan Allen, 46 yards. And the Packers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Heading straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Tate on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing to start the drive. Stratton, he'll get this. Nico Collins. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun. Stratton. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Back to throw. Stratton. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Jacobs going to try the middle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot! What is it? Alpha, sit hot! Sit hot!
A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd down and 10. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. On the return, it's Tate. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th.
Shut up! 70 Lions!
Throwing to start the drive. Stratton over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 15 yards there for number 15.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now he's free at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. They'll send the tight end in motion. Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Drake Jackson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Go.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they said, fire away from long distance. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And they will remain well behind. But a tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives,
You can just see that one squad.
Yeah, you know, baby. Look at that.
Safe
It's going to be
say,
49.
we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Bingo, bango.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jackson now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and... The games we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously a day to forget for all involved. Let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's... Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. And oh, look at diving catch. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.